Hey everybody, it's Dan O'Hawk again, and it's Tuesday the 23rd, and as most of you know by now, the healthcare bill not only got passed on Sunday, but it also got signed into law today. Now, some of the things that maybe some of you aren't aware of is they had a really hard time getting this healthcare bill passed, and they had to make some behind closed doors deals with some of the people to sway their votes. Now, there's a little thing called the Constitution of the United States, and there is a passage within the Constitution of the United States that specifically mentions that if someone in the administration is involved with bribery, that is specifically named as treason. Treason is not just divulging national secrets to other nations and whatnot. There are many ways of committing treason, and one is violating the Constitution of the United States. And there is no provision in the United States that allows for the government to make deals, the federal government to make deals with the state level governments to get laws passed. That is specifically mentioned in the Constitution as an act of treason. But setting that aside, that's a whole video all by itself. What is important here is that 60% of the American people did not want this health care bill. 25% were in favor of it, and 15% were undecided. Well, let's be generous here, and let's give the 15% of undecideds to the people that were in favor of the bill. You still come up with a percentage of 60 against and 40 in favor of. Well, you know, if this was any kind of an election at all, presidential or otherwise, 60 to 40 variation would be considered a landslide. So the American people, in essence, were in a landslide against this health care bill, and they passed it anyways, and they did whatever they needed to do, including making deals with some of these people to sway their votes. Well, you know, if the health care bill was all that great to begin with, it should have been able to stand on its own merits, and no persuasion should have needed to be involved. But with all of the persuasion that was involved, well, one has to ask themselves, you know, what the deal is there. This is irrefutable evidence that the government does not care what the American people think. They have forgotten that they work for us, and they think they work for themselves, and that we're supposed to just be good little Americans and do what we're told. I don't believe there's a provision in the Constitution that indicates that kind of behavior or attitude either. And I just wanted to read you a little tidbit here from something I picked up on Fox News. And for those of you that believe that, well, they would never say it, put it in print if it wasn't true, this is just for you, because this came off the same news that each and every one of you read each and every day or watch on the television. What it says is, with this healthcare holy war, President Obama is sending America at least 10 messages since taking office. Number one, I win, you lose. Number two, my will, not the will of the people. Number three, the government of Obama, by Obama, and for Obama, not the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Corrupt House rules and autocracy, they don't play by the rules, and they don't play by the term democracy. Number five, I'll tread on you. Now steps on don't tread on me. Number six, I, the president, not we, the people. Number seven, all men are created equal, but I am more equal than others. Number eight, the dissent of the president overrules the consent of the governed. Number nine, give me tyranny and give me debt replaces give me liberty or give me death. And number 10, that the government that government is best which governs most supersedes the government that best which governs the least. This is on Fox News, ladies and gentlemen. This is on mainstream media. This is not some right-wing conspiracy channel that I picked this up on or anything like that. This is the same news that each one of you read each and every day. And you know, if you look at the conditions of how this bill got passed, with all of the backdoor deals and not caring what 60% of the American people said or thought or felt, well, I would say that each one of these messages that he's sending out loud and clear should be loud and clear to each and every one of you. But you know, it is passed, and so it is what it is. Or is it? It seems that 38 states are in the process now. 7 minutes after he signed the bill into law this morning, 11 states filed a lawsuit against the federal government, and the total that are going to be on board is 38. Well, there's also a contingency in the Constitution that says it's never been done before. It's always been done by Congress, you know, amendments to the Constitution. But there is a clause in there that says that if you have 3/4 of the states in coalition with each other, they can amend the Constitution on their own and without congressional approval. 38 states is, in fact, 75.5%. But don't be fooled by this. Don't be fooled by this. This is just a ploy to get everybody complacent and say, "Oh, okay, well, you know, we don't have to do anything. The states got our back. Look at this. They're filing a lawsuit against the unconstitutionality of this." Well, you got to ask. You know, there's something about this that's been bugging me since I heard about this, and that is that okay? So they wait until Obama signs it into law, and then they decide to file their suit. Well. Let's think about that for a minute. The same people that voted this bill into fruition in the first place now are the people that are filing this lawsuit. If they were so against it in the first, you know, enough to file a lawsuit against the federal government and how unconstitutional this bill is, then why on earth did they pass it in the first place? These are the same people that voted on this bill are now throwing their arms up and saying, "Oh, we're going to file a lawsuit." That just doesn't make sense to me, people. And the other thing, if they were really going to file a lawsuit, why on earth did they wait until it got passed into law? That just made the hill that they have to climb now 10 times more difficult. If they had filed that lawsuit Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, or even as late as yesterday, then the courts would have had to file an injunction on it before it came law, and it would have put this on hold until it got settled. But now it is law, and so they can continue to go ahead and do what they're going to do because it is law, and it's up to the states now to prove that it's unconstitutional. That just doesn't make sense to me. You know, that really doesn't. I mean, that's and anybody that has pardon the expression, but anyone that has gray matter between their ears that uses it for more than separating those ears should see this loud and clear. This is just a ploy to back you down because they know America is pissed. And they don't want to have to deal with that. We scare them. So now they're going to toss us a piece of candy like they do in the 4th of July parade when they throw the candy out there and the kids score and go, "Yeah!" That's what they're doing to us because of the time that it's going to take for this lawsuit to reach its crescendo. People won't be, their anger will have subsided by then, and we'll all just kind of go along with it and say, "Well, okay, I guess that's the way it is," like we've done for years and years and years. People, it's time to put a stop to this. I'm Dan 010, and I'm out.